Hi, I'm Deacon Micki Rios from Trinity Episcopal Church, and this is the Deacon Moment, or Moment with Deacon Micki. If you live in Texas, you know that our numbers have been going up. People that are testing positive for the coronavirus, people who are filling up our ICUs, um, people who are quarantining at home, can't go to work, can't take care of their families because they're tested positive and they're showing symptoms. So I think it's time to talk about how this looks in relation to our faith. Um, we talk all the time about love God, love your neighbor. And if we love God and we love our neighbor, then we want to keep our neighbors safe. We're not going to do anything that's going to impact our neighbors negatively. We don't want to do anything, especially to impact those who are vulnerable, the elderly, people with underlying health conditions, children. So if we love God and love our neighbor, and if we want to take care of the most vulnerable in our society, then we wear a mask. Um, in the beginning of all of this, our people at church made masks to hand out. Um, we sent money to somebody else in town that was making masks for others. We have tried to reach out and make sure that anybody who was willing to wear a mask would wear one. But you know what? Now it's not, are you willing? Now it's, you must. You must wear a mask. Because we love our neighbor, we want to be sure that if for some reason we are ill, that we don't impact our neighbor in that negative way. So if you have to do things because it will negatively impact someone else, that's wearing a mask. If you want to do things because it's the right thing to do, that's wearing a mask. If you want to know what would Jesus do, okay, in Galatians we're told about bearing one another's burdens. Well, the burden of my neighbor is my burden, which means I need to wear a mask to protect my neighbor, and my neighbor will wear a mask to protect me. That's bearing one another's burdens. If the story of the 100 sheep, you got 99 that are doing everything they're supposed to do, and you got this one wayward sheep that's going wherever. Well, Jesus didn't stay with the 99 who were doing all the right things. He didn't need to. He needed to go after the most vulnerable sheep, and that was the one who had run away, who had gone away from the group. If we can help our neighbor, then we also have to say why we're wearing a mask. I've seen on the news many people who are feeling as if their rights are being stomped on when they have to wear a mask. But the thing is that their rights are being protected by people who are wearing masks. If we believe that everyone is our neighbor, then it means we wear a mask for everyone. It is going to take all of us working together to lower the numbers that are in our hospitals so that over the next week or two we are not so full up that people can't get the help they need. So wear a mask. Loving our neighbors during this time means that we limit the overwhelming number of people who are going to the hospital. And how do we do that? We do that by wearing a mask. We help protect the most vulnerable among us. And you know, in lots of ways, we're all vulnerable right now. There are some more vulnerable than others. And yes, we take an extra measure to protect those people. But we are all susceptible right now. And so, since that's the case, wear a mask. If you're going in the grocery store, everybody who works there is supposed to be wearing a mask. Do them a favor. Help them out. They're on the front lines. Wear a mask. If you go walking in your neighborhood and there are lots of people walking, have your mask with you. If you have to pass people on the street, put your mask on. If you were that one sheep who had lost their way, or in this case is susceptible to COVID-19, wouldn't you want all the 99 other sheep to be wearing a mask to protect you, to show they care about you, to show they love you? If Christ was standing in front of you during this crisis, would you want to wear a mask to protect Christ? Christ is standing in front of you. He's standing in front of you in every person who comes near you. So wear a mask. It's the right thing to do. It's the loving thing to do. It's what our faith asks us to do. This is not going to last forever. But for right now, love God, love your neighbor, wear a mask. I'll see you next time.